was born Henrietta Weisberg in Warsaw, Poland, December 25th, 1928. I had 2 brothers and a sister, and of course parents. We were not wealthy, but according to the Polish standards, we were well off. And then came 1939, September, and we saw planes over. Of the bombing, I remember what the noise and the explosions and the fires, and it was horrible. And at night, everything was red from the fires, from the bombs, and a lot of dead people. The Nazis decided to form a Warsaw ghetto. We lived in Warsaw until the uprising. All I remember is they round us up, they put us in the Umschlagplatz, which is a train station. And we were there a few days. My brothers, we were separated in Warsaw. I never saw my father or brothers again. And then they put us in the boxcars, and we didn't know where we were going, but we went to Majdanek. The bus car was a nightmare. We were an awful lot of people. There was no food, no water, and no facilities. And a lot of people died, and they just lied there until they took them out. It was horrible. Every day was a challenge. In Majdanek, we were less than human, I guess. We didn't think. We just were hungry. That's all we thought about this food. They had 2 barracks with children, and the children were always crying. And one day we came back and it was quiet. They killed them all. So there were no more children. And I had to be very vigilant of my sister that they didn't take her. You didn't know who was going to live and who was going to die. It was by chance. Inside, I had a feeling that I'm going to survive this. I just knew I'm going to survive. I don't know why. I was so young and so full of life that I didn't think anything can happen to me. In the spring of 1945, they took us on a march. I have no idea where we were. And we went to sleep in a barn, and in the morning, at dawn, we heard voices, and they were Russian voices. And the Russians liberated us. I went back to Warsaw, but I was so tired of war. And when an American took interest in my sister and I, he asked who has family in America. I raised my hand, and I told him I have 2 aunts who are my mother's sister, and on September 1st, 1946, our boat docked in New York. We want the people to remember, not to forget what happened. How can we prevent from happening again? I don't know. I ask myself that question every time I pick up a newspaper. How can we be so careless about life? How can we just go on with the wars and bombs?
We honor their memory by lighting something, okay?
The school children that come to the museum will be a beacon for freedom, for tolerance, for worshiping, for religion. I saw sadness in their faces that one human being can do it to another, and it will stay with them. they will remember. You cannot hate so much. Hate is bad. Learn to be tolerant of each other. If you look different or act different, so what? You're still a human being. It's important to support the Holocaust Museum because it's a beacon for freedom, because it shows you what happens when you're not tolerant of other people. And to support it is very important because we can't depend on others. Anybody that can't tolerate slavery, hatred, should be vigilant. Every human being. If you're alive, you have an obligation to be watchful. Life is beautiful. Try to keep it there.